So as I was talking about when I ran the 800 meters on the relay or on its own, it's a long sprint. And at that fulcrum, an 800 meters, half a mile, you're running in a group. If you're running with talent, or even if you're not running with talent, I tend to find there's going to be a group. You start staggered in your own lane, go around a corner, then everyone has a line they can break and run on the inside lane. You want the inside lane so you're actually running less than the outside lane. Tactically, where fractions of seconds matter if you're going for a world record. Okay, so the other thing that matters is positioning and knowing how to get out of the box, because the box is going to happen with the talent and caliber of people that are running the race. Like I always signaled verbally, I want out of the box, knowing I was never going to be let out of the box. But I gave the polite signal because I also, knowing I'm very good at getting out of the box. So, hand on the solar plexus of the person next to you, you push them back as you push yourself forward. Bam, out of the box. Okay. I was not your typical skinny distance runner. I've got ectomorph attributes. It would seem more so at one point. Anyway, skinny bones, small frame bones, but I also build muscle. So I wasn't, even when I was 5% body fat, hydrostatically weighed, I did not look like a skinny waif. I had muscle. And I was always polite. I always said I want out, knowing I wasn't going to get out, but I could get out, and I did get out after I signaled I want out. Getting back to dum-dums. I've been eating dum-dums. And I say, why? Well, it gives my mouth something to do, I guess. Maybe it gives me something to do with what else I'm doing here. Digesting dum-dums. But there's a funny story here. These dum-dums and the the Dove chocolate little candies. This came from, this Burpees lip balm. It came from La Rada, which is the people that provide the method and the heating device for this lice application, to get rid of lice with heat. It's their method and it's their machine. So I sent them to Christine. She was kind of pissed off. But I had recently bought candy for the clinic, the salon here, which I will run dry spells on, because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to have candy available all the time. Anyway, she sent them over, and then I'm like, all right. But I think there's something kind of funny in dum-dum and do-ofs. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Dum-dums stand do-ofs, and they also sand them, meaning the dum-dum never goes away. Okay? You can't make a dum-dum smarter by being a dum-dum and your hand off. If you look at who's tough here, It's by dowing with war. So if you're Toft and you're married to Toft, you're standing on Doft's estate. You paid, spade, and paid and said and saved an ID Ford ignorance. You made your re-war, -d. Putting it on a video. I stood above her on the trail and told her there's the ditch because I was amusing myself. And I say, what is wrong with that? I stood above her. I knew what she wanted. Stood in front of her. She was stalled on the trail. Knew what she wanted and said, there's your trail. That's really what's going on here. You can egg me on, but you're not a birth child by birthright. Trigheit and Brigheit, bright, to be a song and dong, to carry your fortune along. One gallon, Galone, G, by example, you'd be in if you asked me. By thinking of me to get it agreed. A-G, parentheses, E-R-E, A-G, parentheses, R-E-A-D. So I did it because I was amusing myself, because I couldn't think of a reason why not, because I think that was so absurd. I think it's absurd. And I'm kind of tired of -d with stub and substitutes, sub BS substitutes. Just tired of it. Tired of dafit. I'm tired of it. So now I'm seeking to amuse myself, apparently. And I'm only seeking to supply you what you want to. You got a bike, the trail bike, and you're on the trail, so I'm going to stand in front of you and stall you and say, here's your trail, I'm thinking of you. Why are you being so rude? I'm only thinking of you. You that would grow within and with wine and with wind and with wing into of only thinking, because you're screwed, hyphenated, you would screw, hyphenated, too. And that's your whole value, and your whole cost is your co-host. It's hyphenated. That is your whole value, and e-value, E-W-E. You weed can get toft hyphen by hyphen G hyphen O-T. Bigot, by got. Tug-aware. I'm pretty sure it's my blanket. Whose blanket is it? I'm pretty sure it's my blanket, Minnow. I'm just letting you use it. And you're sharing it with me. Oh my goodness. It's a wild thing. That is a wild thing. Oh my goodness. Where the wild thing grows. That is a wild thing. You feel better? You feel better too? So, I didn't get this on video, but Minho just jumped on the table behind me and totally was just like, well, he didn't, he skid. He got on the table and skid, and then that moved all my notes all over the place, and, you know, I thought it was funny. So Minho got on the table, he's rambling through my notes, mixing them up, and my response is to Minho, it comes out all the same in the wash. He must think that I must project on him as a way to have that be okay. The notes are a bit of a jumble now. Uh-oh. No! Don't drink that water! You know, I get you some good water, okay? Not the toilet water. No. Ew, Minnow. Have that water, okay? Okay, good boy. Drink a lot, too, so we summarily wash your mouth. If he drinks the good water, he can wash his mouth out of the toilet water. Gosh darn it. Oh, hate that. Not just this toilet water, but it's that toilet. It's very old. It's not pretty. Thank you for the interlude. Minnow thanks you for the interlude. With Hewed, L-H-E-W-E. Right, Minnow? Are you on board? Boa Road, B-O-A-R-D, a boa constrictor squeezes. Squeeze Minnow to 0. It's already 0! So it's kind of funny with Minnow. I realized N-O is a number, but Minnow is my totem animal for innocence and reflection of what a good steward would be regarding their stewardship. And it's interesting that after deciding his name is Minnow, that for me to teach Minnow not to do something, it's Minnow, no. No, Minnow, no. No, Minnow, no. But I'm saying Minnow, so basically that's yes, come, and no. And so I realized after that it's confusing. Basically, to say Minnow is to call Minnow, so that's saying yes. And the only way to continue that is yes. There's, because no is part of his name. But I spell it M-I-N 0, innocence and reflection. Totem. Minnow, Minnow, M-I-N-N-O-W-E. M-I-N parentheses D O-W-E. The mind, Tao, the now, Minnow. It's 8 p.m. All I have are dum-dums to eat. Or Minnows, dog snacks. Let me look. I'm pretty sure. Let me go around here if I can find something. No. Shoot, all we got are snacks for you. Oh, yeah, not kidding. All I have are dum-dums. Well, maybe I'll try another dum-dum, or maybe not. Let me think. I've had several dum-dums today. I've had several dum-dums today already, and I've already eaten the do-ofs, the Dove chocolate. So I don't have any more do-ofs to eat, to consult in between the dum-dums. I could go buy another package, but I didn't buy the first one. A package of Doves, do-of chocolates, and dum-dums were given to me. Actually, it was one package of do-of to 2 packages of dum-dums. If I must be analytically correct, that's what happened. That's what happened in the sense I'm relating it to you. I was given, they were passed down. They were given to the person I work for, Christine, and she didn't want them, so she passed them down to one of her business locations. They were given to her. She didn't like it. Thought the money could be used better, like for, you know. It didn't sit right with her. It kind of rubbed her the wrong way. What am I gonna do with chocolate do-ofs and dum-dums? Why are you giving these to me? Now, I didn't ask for the chocolate do-ofs and dum-dums either, but I had recently bought candy for the clinic, which I don't always do, but I hadn't done it in a while, and I was getting ready for camp, so I just bought a lot of stuff to stock up. So, there you go. Having candy elicited a directional flow of more candy, it would seem. Minnow, is that cute doggy still out there? And is he making you squeak in excitement? Yeah, he is a very cute, I call him a snickerdoodle latte coffee. Snickerdoodle noodle dog. He's cute. He's got little curls on him. Minnow likes fluff. He really does. He's my first dominant dog, but he's dainty in build, mighty in spirit. Wants to put Elvis on everything, and I find he does like those little doggy hinds with the cute little curls. He's like, Fluffy, I love it. Yeah, spring is in the air. He's found a few things to spring on already. Apparently, I need to buy my food from the grocery store that sells it hyphenated 2x2 Dow with War. And so I started the video again. I've been putting it on resume and pause this one. So I was to review. I've got so many notes I'm trying to keep up with, and Minnow's helping me wash my assortment by moving it all around. And he's a silent reminder. I hear him stomping up there. It's a lot of notes on that table, and we can be using the table for other creative things like indigenous desire, like the hexagon that I'm working on in the gold silk. Could be brassy too. Meant to be honey colored, and an off-white. I like to think of it as parchment. And I've been sitting with the idea that I filled it with, so it's paper wrapped and it's also felt wrapped. And I've got wool, 100% wool, and I've got wool and rayon. And I really like it because I am going to have a bit of white on white. And so I like the idea of white the white background, the idea of feeling where the blank spots are and knowing what they are. So I do think I am going to incorporate the felt to give felt off and simply the flat paper to give this sort of elevation. I don't know what the pattern's going to be, but having thought about it, sat on it, I like the orientation. And of course, I'm going to take one of these hexagons. It's going to be the canopy back of, so it's the headboard. I'm going to make one of those a hole so you can see through it. You can see the hue of the wall with hall. So you actually will be able to see through it. It'll be a hexagon shape.